Okay, so today we are diving deep into BRICS.
Brics.
Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa.
Right.
We've seen it everywhere.
Absolutely.
It seems like they're really poised to kind of shake things up on the world stage, and we want to look at why.
Yeah.
What is it about BRICS, and why should we care?
Yeah, it's a big deal.
It's a really big deal.
It's not just economics anymore.
Right.
I mean, it's geopolitics, it's technology.
Yeah.
It's even like global finance. They're making waves.
Yeah. So we've got 5 big things we want to unpack with you today, and let's just jump right into it.
Let's do it.
The first one is expansion BRICS. Wants to get bigger.
Yeah.
Way bigger.
It's very popular.
We're talking 40-plus countries,
Yeah.
including some pretty heavy hitters.
Heavy hit.
Saudi Arabia, Iran, Egypt.
Yep.
Like, what is driving this? Why do all these countries want to get in on the action?
Well, I think it's kind of like this. A lot of countries are feeling like the current global system isn't really working for them. And this system that's, largely shaped by the West,
Right.
I think they're looking for alternatives.
Yeah.
They want a voice. They want a seat at the table.
Right.
And it seems like BRICS is offering that.
So more players,
Yeah,
but does that mean more problems?
potentially.
Right.
I mean, you've got all these countries with different priorities, different political systems, different everything.
Yeah. Are we going to see some kind of like internal friction derail this whole thing?
It's definitely a possibility. I mean, managing that kind of growth is not going to be easy.
Right.
It's a real balancing act.
Yeah.
They got to keep everybody happy, while still moving towards those big goals.
I like to think of it like they're trying to build a skyscraper, but like all the architects have different ideas of what it should look like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of different visions.
Okay, so speaking of ambitious projects, let's talk about the BRICS currency.
Okay.
So there's this talk about a shared currency
Right.
to rival the US dollar.
Yeah.
I mean, is this even possible? Could we see the dollar dethroned? What do you think?
I mean, it's a bold move. Like,
Yeah.
if you think about it,
Yeah?
a world where global trade isn't totally dominated by the dollar, that's a huge shift.
Yeah.
Think about the euro. It took decades to get that thing off the ground.
Right.
A BRICS currency is going to face even bigger hurdles
Okay, why?
because you're talking about aligning the economic policies of like a huge group of really diverse economies.
Okay, so should I hold on to my dollars for now?
I would say so. I
Yeah.
mean, the dollar has built-in trust and stability.
Sure.
It's backed by the world's biggest economy.
Right.
BRICS currency would have to earn that same level of confidence.
Yeah.
That takes time.
Okay, so maybe not an immediate threat, but it's a huge statement.
It is.
It is.
It's a big goal.
And another thing we're seeing is BRICS is getting really cozy with the global south.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking developing nations all over the place.
Yeah.
Asia, Africa,
Mm-hmm.
Latin America.
It's a big bloc.
Why this focus on the global south? What do you think?
I mean, it's strategic, right?
Okay.
They're investing in infrastructure. They're offering development assistance.
Yeah.
They're boosting trade.
Right.
They're really building these partnerships.
Yeah.
And essentially they're saying, hey, here's an alternative to the Western-led development model.
Okay. But is there a downside?
Well, yeah, I mean, the Global South is not a monolith.
Right.
It's super diverse. It's got its own set of challenges,
Yeah.
poverty, corruption, political instability.
Right.
BRICS is going to have to navigate all of that.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be easy.
That's not going to be a walk in the park.
No.
And on top of all of this,
Yeah.
BRICS is putting a ton of resources into technology.
Yes.
AI, 5G,
Mhm.
green energy. Like, they're reshaping the technological landscape.
That's right.
How could this affect, like, someone listening right now?
Well, I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Your next phone could be running on a BRICS developed operating system.
Yeah.
Your city's power could be coming from a BRICS funded renewable energy project.
Right.
I mean, this is not sci-fi. This is the future.
Well,
And they're building it.
that's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
But with all of this power comes a lot of responsibility.
Yes.
Right. Can they manage all of this?
Right.
The expansion, the currency, the tech,
Yeah.
while also navigating all these global tensions,
Yeah.
especially when they don't always see eye to eye.
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think right now they're really focused on stability,
Okay.
avoiding like direct conflict,
Yeah.
but they are walking a tightrope,
Right.
trying to balance everyone's interests with the bigger picture.
So we've covered a lot today. Expansion, the currency, the global south, technology. I mean, BRICS is a force to be reckoned with.
Oh, yeah.
What's the big takeaway for our listeners?
I think the biggest question is, what if they succeed?
Okay.
What if BRICS really becomes the dominant global power?
Yeah.
How does that change your life? How does that change your job, your country?
Wow.
It's a big what if.
It's a lot to think about.
Yeah.
It's definitely a story that's still being written.
Absolutely.
But one thing is for sure,
What's that?
things are about to get a lot more interesting.
Yeah. Keep your eye on BRICS.
The future might just depend on it.
It might.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for having me.
We'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.